Hello and happy Sunday, April the 13th. Thank you for joining me. I'm Anita Booth and you've joined the Humble Leader Chronicles personal reflection portion of my content that I like to deliver every Sunday. If you haven't yet seen my most recent post today, it's the parable of the crisis meeting. And I do encourage you to go have a look at it. It is, as it sounds, it's about a situation where an entrepreneur is working with her team, Maya, and all my characters are make-believe. So no names or company names in the story are real. So please enjoy. It is a parable and it's meant to make you reflect on the meaning behind the short stories. So in the parable today, we looked at a situation where a leader is in with her team right before a really big launch, and she's feeling a little unsettled. She believes that her sales leader isn't taking this launch seriously, and she's pretty sure her co-founder has been talking to the competition, which of course can really throw you when you think somebody is going behind your back. And in this situation, what I loved about the reflection of this crisis meeting is how Maya, who is the CEO in this make-believe story, how she handles this situation where, you know, she knows that her team isn't happy, they're going behind her back, but she holds strong and she says to them that, you know, we'll get through this. We will get through this. And what I like seeing about the story and what makes me want to continue to be that kind of leader is the resilience and the faith she had, even when faced with difficulty. She didn't point blame at anybody. And she, even at the end, you'll see she welcomes them back. And they come back humbled and they, really pull it together and get things, back in shape in real short order. But I think the most important part of the parable in this situation is, again, how Maya reacts as a leader and how she welcomes her team back with open arms and doesn't lay any blame. And I think about my leadership and other leadership that I've been under, many times over the past years. And I don't think everyone operates from the same base, the same values when we have these difficult conversations. And I think it's about the leadership type. I don't think anybody's intending to go out and, purposely, be mean or be hurtful. But when difficulty rises in jobs and stress levels rise, there's more emotions that come into the mix. And I think we forget that we're human beings, and that when we hear feedback or that when we're faced with something difficult, probably first reaction is to be defensive, right? Oh, it wasn't me. And I'm one of those people too. Right away, I'm like, well, what happened? I need context when something happens to understand where, what my role was and possibly making something great or making something not so great. And so I think context in any situation, positive or negative, hey, let me know what was positive and give me the context. You did a great job on that project, but over here, you may have missed X or Y. And so in this instance, in the parable, they were in a big launch, and obviously her team members maybe weren't on side with all the decisions up until that point, and feeling a little bit unsure if she was even going to be successful pulling off this big endeavor that they were about to do. But what I drew my reflections on, and I think it's interesting to note here, is that in life, and I drew a marketing analogy because I'm a marketer, and it's very similar when you think about it. In marketing, we launch or we conduct a survey called an NPS, and it's a Net Promoter Score survey. And what that means is we go out to our customers with a little one-question survey asking them if they would promote our organization or the business that you're in. So how likely would you be to promote company XYZ? And when you get the results back, there's two distinct groups that you're concerned about. You're concerned about the promoters, and those are the people that are going to score you 9 and above. That means you're great, and absolutely they're going to promote you and refer your company to somebody else. And then you have the detractors. And the detractors are anyone under 7 and below. And then you just cut out that midsection to make it a bit more clear. So 7 and below, I'm pretty sure, and it's 9 and above, or maybe it's 8 and above. Anyways, this is not a marketing lesson about the numbers, but it is about the concept of promoters and detractors. And I found always throughout my career, there's always a set of people that love you or really are behind you and want to see you succeed. And then you have the detractors. And not that the detractors are there to see you not succeed, but they are there to not support. They're not going to promote you. They're not going to go out of their way, to help you. And so I think in life, just generally, that you're going to have promoters and you're going to have detractors. And I think most importantly, it is about how you behave with both groups. So with your promoters, of course, you probably have good relationships and you want to help them and do more for those who are promoting you. And then you may know who the detractors are, or you may not know who they are. And there, I would say, you just don't focus on those that aren't there to support you. You have to put your energy and attention on those that will be there to support you. And even those promoters may have a day where they are questioning, today she didn't do a great job. But at the base of their commitment, they are promoting you. They're the ones that will be willing to come and find out what happened if something went awry at work, or maybe you're not your normal chipper self. And so they'll be the ones that, say, hey, are you tap you on the shoulder? Are you okay today? And in this parable, it's clear that Maya, that's who the CEO is in the story, Maya has both detractors and promoters. But she doesn't focus on either, in the sense that her focus is about moving forward in the best interest. They set up the company based on a set of values, and she had faith in the vision that she set up for the company. And so as a leader, and I talk about faith, I've been talking about faith now for the last few weeks. Faith is an important element of your vision. If you don't have the faith that you can achieve that vision, then it's just another task that you're looking to do. So it is, again, fundamental values that play in into leadership decisions. It's values such as faith that keep us inspired to keep moving on, humility to say when things aren't going well, to acknowledge there's a storm, perseverance, but also the commitment to the team below you, to the people you're leading, to understand that they're not always going to be on side, and it may not have anything to do with the leader, and that's okay. But the leader still has to have the inspiration and the faith to keep that team moving forward. So I end off today saying, lead from a place that comes from within. Lead with humility, lead with grace, but always keep moving forward. I think that's the key. So thank you so much for joining me today on the Humble Leader Chronicles. I'm Anita Booth. Please, please, please go check out the parable and the other resources I'm making available to just keep you inspired, keep your mindset focused on some things that, really can help change how you show up in the world and how you impact others on a daily basis. So I appreciate you, and I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you so much.